They stand. Flags go up again. They're off. Away this time. For the Boylesports Becher Chase on the run to the first, Snow Leopardess, the grey, handy on the inside with cloth cap as they get out over the first. And they've all taken it fairly nimbly with the Wolf, the early back marker, just landing a little steeply. Ashtown Lad early on in a black jacket is out wide. And over the second, it was cloth cap who led, and Manila Bobo is a faller at the second. The gelding's quickly on his feet, and so too is Sean Bowen. So Manila Bobo a faller at the second, and now the white-faced Dr. Kananga moves through to lead them over the third to cloth cap. Diderot Vallis in a light blue jacket is handy with Percussion in the dark blue, and then the grey mare Snow Leopardess. Fantasticus is riding behind them, black and white jacket for Sam Twist and Davis. Ashtown Lad in the black silks out wide with Captain Kangaroo, yellow cap in about 7th or 8th position as they make the run towards the racecourse proper, with 5-star Getaway in a spotted jacket just in behind the leaders, and then on card against the running rail in the green and white sitting in midfield. Frankie de Burley, a red cap, is racing out wide. A Recite a Prayer in a yellow jacket, another grey Fagan, slightly worse than mid-division, to Rapid Flight, and then Darasha Counter. Hill 16 in the black and pink is among those held up. On the extreme right, Gesskille, green jacket, pink cap, is also held up. He's tracking the grey Fagan. Fortescue and the Jam Man are in the rear with the Wolf as they stream out over that one. The Jam Man was just about the last to land, and now they make their way down towards fence 5. It's the fence before the chair. So it is the flashy white-faced Dr. Kananga who leads the Boylesports Becher Chase field. A cloth cap in the Trevor Hemming silks, the white sleeves and cap. Percussion in the dark blue riding behind them with Snow Leopardess and Fantasticus and Diderot Vallis in the light blue. And then on card to Fagan and Ashtown Lad out wide as they close in on the chair. It will be Dr. Kananga who has a narrow lead to cloth cap, the leading pair jumping well. Watching the rest stream out over it pretty neatly. Fortescue is last but one, and the Jam Man is last of all. The Wolf is just in front of those as Dr. Kananga and the cloth cap lead them over the water to Percussion and the grey mare Snow Leopardess, followed by Ashtown Lad out wide. Then Fantasticus and Diderot Vallis to on card. Recite a Prayer in a yellow jacket is racing in midfield just ahead of Domaine de Lille, and then Fagan to Captain Kangaroo, followed by Rapid Flight and 5-star Getaway and Gesskille. Then Frankie de Burley and Darasha Counter and Hill 16 and the Wolf and Fortescue, and the Jam Man is last as they head down towards the Melling Road and move off now into John Hanmer territory and on towards fence 8 in the Boylesports Becher Chase. And as they make their way to it, it's still Dr. Kananga who has the lead. Ashtown Lad has charted the wide course throughout under Harry Skelton, black jacket. Snow Leopardess is right up there with cloth cap on the near side, just ahead of Percussion in the dark blue is in close to it. Once again, the Jam Man was the last to land. Fortescue in the orange silks is well back. Gesskille is still covered up down at the running rail. The emerald green and pink tracking the grey Fagan as they clear another plain fence before the ditch where Darasha Counter made a bit of a mistake, and they're heading on towards fence 10. Dr. Kananga to Snow Leopardess and Ashtown Lad and cloth cap on the near side, and then Percussion and Fantasticus in the black and white. Captain Kangaroo is out of the race there, unseated. Captain Kangaroo has gone. One of the fancied ones out of the Becher Chase as Dr. Kananga leads them on the run down towards Beechers. The Jam Man is last of those still going. Fortescue and Darasha Counter in rear with the Wolf as they head on now towards the fence before Beechers. So on the approach to it, number 12 coming up, Dr. Kananga narrowly to cloth cap. They're the leading duo. Ashtown Lad and Snow Leopardess are close up with Fantasticus. Recite a Prayer in a yellow jacket is getting a bit closer. And meanwhile, on card is tracking Percussion. Then Gesskille, the pink cap, to Fagan and Domaine de Lille. Looks like Rapid Flight might be pulling up before Beechers. The rest that are still going have all jumped it pretty well, and now they're heading on to the smallest fence on the course. It's number 14, and it's the Foynehaven fence. And it's Dr. Kananga to last year's heroine, the grey mare Snow Leopardess. Cloth cap will cut the corner as they approach the canal turn. Ashtown Lad is out wide. Fantasticus in the black and white jacket is next, just ahead of Percussion. Then Recite a Prayer, in turn tracked by On Card. Here's the canal turn. Leading pair over safely, as are the leading 7 or 8. Gesskille is beginning to make some progress now. He's just beginning to hunt up On Card. Spot the pink cap, the gelding in cheek pieces as they take Valentine's, where Dr. Kananga made a mistake, and Fantasticus was a bit untidy. The Wolf is now a long way behind with Frankie de Burley, and they've completed a circuit in the Becher Chase. Going towards the next, Cloth Cap, White Cap picking up just ahead of Dr. Kananga. Then Snow Leopardess, Ashtown Lad, Percussion, On Card, Fantasticus, Gesskille, Hill 16 in the black and pink a bit closer. Then Fagan, Recite a Prayer has lost some ground as they take 4 out. Fortescue is next to 5-star Getaway. Diderot Vallis was a faller there. Derasha Counter is still going, so too is Frankie de Burley and the Wolf, but they're tailed off. The Jam Man has been pulled up, and it was Cloth Cap in front of the third last, but Snow Leopardess is still travelling powerfully, the grey. Ashtown Lad right with them. Dr. Kananga Yellow Cap is hanging on in there as they go over the Anchor Bridge crossing. The leading 4, 5 or 6 lengths ahead of Percussion. Then Gesskille, who's now up into 6th place, just ahead of Fantasticus. 5-star Getaway. Then Recite a Prayer and Fortescue to On Card and Hill 16, and they're heading back towards home with over half a mile to travel and 2 left to jump in the Becher. Dr. Kananga falters. Cloth Cap, Snow Leopardess and Ashtown Lad in the black jacket move on, but here comes Gesskille now, moving up into 4th, beginning to hunt down the leading trio. 5-star Getaway, the dark blue sleeves, has moved past Dr. Kananga. Here's 2 out. Cloth Cap narrowly to Ashtown Lad on the left, Snow Leopardess between them. Gesskille is still closing, just angling for a position, approaching the final fence of the Becher Chase. Ashtown Lad and Cloth Cap now tackled by Gesskille. Snow Leopardess is back in 4th, then Percussion, 5-star Getaway. Fortescue in the orange colours is plugging on. They're racing towards the elbow in the Becher. It's Ashtown Lad in front for the Skeltons, pursued by Gesskille in the cheek pieces, who gets to within 2 lengths. Percussion has moved into 3rd. Cloth Cap running on instinct to then Fortescue. Ashtown Lad with 200 yards to cover. Gesskille plugging away. Percussion is staying on in behind. A slow motion finish. Ashtown Lad, Gesskille still pestering, but Ashtown Lad is courageous and wins the Becher for the Skeltons. Gesskille is 2nd, Percussion is 3rd, followed home by Fortescue, 5-star Getaway, Cloth Cap, then Hill 16, Snow Leopardess weakened. On Card got round, several others got round. Just about the last to complete will be Domaine de Lille.
Protectorate at Haydock, the Milos at Newbury. It's now Ashtown Lad in the Boylesports Becher Chase. The Skelton bandwagon keeps on rolling.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And I know he was expected to win, but the week before that, I can't leave out Nuba Negra as well. You know, it's just been an absolutely incredible month. So proud of the team. You're probably getting bored of people saying it, but I just steer the ship. You know, there's so many people going to this. You know, 4 different riders at home, 4 different people who look after the horses, 4 different sets of owners. It's a big part, a big team, and I'm just absolutely delighted.
And that was great to watch the whole way around. Harry picked his ground where he wanted to be, got him in a lovely rhythm, and the horse really took to it.
He has to have space, this horse. If you get him crowded, he can just curl up on you a little bit. I think that's probably that's the subject of him being a sort of a young horse. Perhaps today is the becoming of a man, and we can ride him a little bit more in there, but it's not necessary at the moment. But I'll leave all that to Harry. You know, we knew what we wanted to do today. Harry got a great position. He jumped beautifully. It's both of our first winners over those fences. And sometimes it doesn't feel like it's going to happen, but it almost went too well, to be honest with you. I thought halfway up the run-in, Gesskille was coming, and obviously he flew home the last day. I just thought...
And you've always been in the heat of it up there.
Yeah, and I just thought we're vulnerable now, but that run-in is so long, isn't it? So, you know, luckily we weren't caught.
It's a long run-in back here in April. Would you come back here? Is that the obvious race to train him for, the Randux National?
It's one of them, yeah. I mean, I think Darren, who owns him, obviously harbours a serious interest in the national. Whether a winner over the national fences increases that desire or diminishes it, I don't think it will diminish it, but I think we just have to think very hard about the trip. Last year, and I know he's a year older, but last year in the Scottish National, he didn't stay, and this 3 mile 2 is probably more like it, but who's to say as they get older they stay a bit better, but he obviously loves the jumps, and that's vital.
Yeah, it really is. Where are you going next Saturday?
Well, we've got Cheltenham, but it's a dry and cold all week. I don't know what we'll be able to run, but it's, you know, it'll come to an end. Of course it will. But whilst it's not, we'll keep enjoying it.
Yeah, you do that. Well done.
Cheers. Thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.